Okay, guys, so we are back after that horrendous start to the um, race. Apparently, half the grid lagged out. So, yes. So, yeah, that was a bit of entertainment, guys, wasn't it? But we are back. Hoping this is. So, yeah, apologies for that, guys. We had a bit of a technical issue for everyone. Like, literally the entire grid, more or less, glitched out in, like, the start. So, yeah, that was not fun. So yeah, that was rather interesting and not fun to watch because obviously some people had great starts, some people didn't. So yeah, it affected people in different ways. But yeah, unfortunately, half the grid basically had lag issues. So don't we just love this game at the moment? Not really. Thing is, I do. I love the game. I think it's great. I love racing. But the issues it has, ow, I am not happy with. There are too many of them, and they shouldn't be there. So yeah, hopefully it goes a little bit better this time. So I'm just getting the grid set up because obviously it has to be done customly now because of that. Obviously completing qualifying last time around, so just bear with us, guys. So yeah, no qualifying this time around, guys, obviously, because it's a grid restart, basically. There we go. I think we're only one driver down. Red Skulls. Yeah, one driver down. Okay, it looks like we are ready to go, guys. Okay, looks like we are on the way, guys. Ugh. So obviously everyone just putting on, especially top 10, putting on the same tyres as what they finished off with in the qualifying of the last one. But obviously just picking their strategies. Going out for their formation lap, that's what I was trying to think of. And you know. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. But I can still disqualified from the session. I'm wondering if one outbroke on the other one through one of the corners. That's often what happens. Okay, guys. So 5 lights, then we are away. I have no idea what we're waiting for. Apparently BR and Rossi are like 2.73 seconds behind someone. I have no idea what is happening here, guys. Gotta love this game. Cool, cheers, have this end. An invite out. There we go. 4, 5 lights. And we are away, guys. We are getting another good getaway by people. Ooh, looks like someone has gone. 2 of them have gone. It is Stebber and Harv. They've had a bit of a coming together. It looks like Danger is all the way down there in 17th as well, trying to avoid that situation. Have we got any more incidents? We got a safety car, so no, there won't be any more incidents going on. So, that was interesting. They didn't even make the first corner. Wow, that's just, we've lost Stebber and Harv, literally not even past the start-finish line. So we have a safety car on the first lap as well. That's not something I was expecting to see here at Spain, I must admit. I'm not quite sure what happened. I mean, that safety car is dangerous. Because these guys were coming around at a nice pace, all going at the pace that Baraka was controlling, and then literally all had to brake stupidly because the safety car didn't move until Baraka was basically behind it. So it looks like the safety car's staying out for one more lap, at least. So apparently Scan is 2 minutes behind, 2 minutes ahead of Baraka. And Danger is, over a lap behind. Oh, you gotta love this timing. Need Danger to take a long way around there. Is the safety car in yet? Yes, it's coming in. All the lights out are on it. So Brack just warming up his tyres there. And Brack's gone for it. He's launching. And he's launched. He's already got a nice little gap between him and Stan behind him. He's already up to 1.1 seconds. And that's even before the first corner. Bread is going to be fighting Stan into the first corner. But Stan is going to be keeping the position. He's not going to have to really put up too much of a defence over it. Which is going to ease his mind for a lap at least. The BR literally crawling all over the back of Bread's gearbox there. And it looks like a height. No. So everyone pretty much stays the way they are. Obviously losing out on 2 people before the first lap was even done. So Brack up by 1.4 seconds already. Lead to, or 1.3, 1.4. We got a issue in sector 2. It looks like Bread has lost it. Had a bit of a spin on the right hander there. Such a tricky place to lose it. So yeah, going a little bit further down the line, we got Rossi that is really closing in on Stell here. 2 great drivers. So stay on board with these for a little while. We'll watch the timings of other people, but yeah, it seems to be pretty much equalled out. Big Bambino on the hards up to 9th. I apologise. Yeah, up to 9th on the hards, and closing in on 8th there at times, but losing out in the corners. I would assume the way the timing is going. Nice little downshift there from Rossi going through the right hander, and Bambino has lost out to Jim that was just behind him. So Danger and Stepsky are having a little battle down there for the final position. And looks like Danger has come out on top so far. We're at 7th fastest lap on 117.8. DRS enabled this lap, so it'll be interesting to see how that ends up and what happens on the next lap. Oh, it looks like Champ has lost out massively. It looks like Champ has spun. Height is out. Height is gone. He's lost it. Going through turn 2 and 3. And we have a safety car, which is poor timing for Stepsky there, I think. Or is it? Is it really that bad timing for him? Or is it perfect timing? Nah, it's bad timing because obviously these guys are literally the other side of the track now. All the guys on the soft, pretty much I reckon are going to come in now, which is going to allow a few of them to carry on. Baraka is in and out, just changing onto hards, basically going on to the end of the race now. Probably the best option. That works. But with the lead change, Stellis briefly overtaken BR there. But again, it's the way the safety car's done in this one for some strange reason. You can be going at the right pace and everything else to catch up, and then all of a sudden the safety car's not moving. So Danger onto the hards, Champ onto the hards, Harm onto the hards, and Barak also onto the hards. During that time, Stan and Sepsky have pitted onto the mediums. Not sure why they pitted just yet, because the first 2-3 laps were all on under the safety car, which obviously is going to save you tyres a bit longer. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. So we already have 4 people that have DNF'd. Hyped, Bread, Steb, and Harv. Harv and Steb DNF'd literally at the start of the race. Unfortunately, Hyped and Bread literally just recently. And it's because of Hyped's DNF is the reason why we have the current safety car. I wonder if BR is going to get the same kind of getaway that Baraka did under the first safety car, which was actually quite impressive because he managed to get a 1.3, 1.4 second gap. No, 1.1 second gap from the last corner in the start-finish straight. By the time he got to the end of the start-finish straight, it was just under the 1.1 seconds. Now that, in my eyes, is a hell of a restart. Well, that was fucked. Yeah, certainly looked at, man. That has not gone well by any means, has it? I mean, we are 8 laps into the race. We've already had 2 safety cars, and unfortunately 4 DNFs, which is very unfortunate for all 4 that are involved. The last thing any of us want to see is anyone DNFing, of course. Safety car in this lap. So BR holding the grid up a little bit. Swinging back and forth, keeping his tyres warm. And they're off. BR not getting the same type of getaway that Barak did last time round. But still managing to get a bit of a gap so he's not being challenged into the first corner. Rusty staying pretty close. A9 literally crawling all over the gearbox of Rusty there. Mitch literally just behind him as well. Jim is closing in on Mitchell here. No, not going to make the move up into the right hander there. Brack not doing bad here in the ninth position on the hards that he pitted in for the beginning of the safety car. He's got Stan crawling all over his backside, and then behind him he has on the hards Harm Champ. A9's got a 3-second penalty for track limits. So yeah, we got 6 already on the hards. 6, 7. My maths is absolutely terrible, I apologise guys. So we've got 7 on the hards already. And we got the front 5 on the softs. They might be able to go on for a few more laps yet, because obviously the majority of the race so far has been done under the safety cars, so it preserves tyres a little bit longer, which is quite nice. But yeah, the top 6, 7 literally separated between half a second and a second between them. So it could be some interesting battles. And 2 of those are on the harder compounds as well, so could be interesting because they can go on a little bit further. I mean, Big Bambino can probably now go on to the end of the race. Although 23 laps might be a bit of a push, but it is possible. Hog, all the way down there in last, after pitting for the hards. I don't know whether he had a bit of damage there. I missed that one, unfortunately, guys. Sorry. Mitchell getting a 3-second penalty for track limits, and it also looks like Stepsky has as well. Oh god. Sorry guys. It's been a long day. But it's always a pleasure to sit here and watch you guys. I aspire to be as fast as these guys one day. It's not going to be happening anytime soon. And it looks like Stella's literally catching up with BR here. And they're on about the same ERS. There's not really much difference. There's only about 5, 6, 7 between them. Rossi got a little bit less than the front 2. A9 using up some more to try and catch up after what I can only assume maybe a little bit of a mistake there through the first corner, or maybe out of the last corner. Mitchell a little bit further down, he's got a bit more ERS than most. Jim a little less, using some coming out of that left-hander, getting ready for the uphill, trying to get as close as he can for the DRS. Maybe using a bit of ERS coming out of it, although it is literally a DRS train going down there. So the only one really losing out is obviously VR. Everyone else being allowed to close in ever so slightly. So, last caller. On to the start-finish straight. So these guys are literally starting to pull away from the likes of Mitch and Jim and Bambino. Oh, that was nice and sneakily done. And set before the first corner. That would be ease a little bit of stress now off of Stell's shoulders, but the only problem is it has now put BR under some pressure from Rossi. Obviously now he's got to defend as well as try and attack, but he's going to be watching his mirrors because he's going to be seeing that AlphaTauri closing and closing and closing on him now, and knowing that he's going to get DRS. They got about the same ERS as well. Oh, a little bit out of shape there from BR, but not allowing Rossi to be able to close in all that much at the moment. Looks like we've got another DNF. Looks like, oh damn it, Sepsky's out. What happened to Sepsky? There's me watching these guys and someone else just leaves the race, and Stan getting a 3-second penalty as well. So Rossi using up some of his ERS, not getting the move done. BR is keeping the inside line into the first corner. Literally a big no, and closing the door on Rossi there, not allowing him through. And we have an issue down in T1, S1. It was Alu Palu unfortunately losing what I can only assume is through the second corner. He's lost his front wing because of it, so now he's got to limp the entire track all the way back to get a new nose and a new set of tyres. That is hard luck for Alu. Coming back from this is going to be a little bit of an uphill slog as he goes uphill. So yeah, he's going to be hoping for another safety car, which is going to allow him to close in on the group. So these three are literally pulling away from A9 now. And BR is diving into the pits now for a new set of tyres. He's going to be going onto the hards, I reckon. Champ with a 3-second penalty for track limits. And Barak's setting the fastest lap on the hards on a 1:17.5. That is impressive. I can barely do that on the softs. So yeah, as I was saying, now it's just Rossi and... Oh, he's lost it. Alu has lost it going into the pits, or did he retire going into the pits? Either way, Alu Palu is out, unfortunately. Rossi's lost it somewhere along the line. He's now over a second behind Stell, but closing back up. They both got round about the same ERS, so it's not really going to benefit either of them more than the other. So who's going to sneeze first and go into the pits? Stell's gone. Stell is the one that has taken that dive. He is going to be trying to get onto the... I'm going to say he's probably going to go onto the hards, a bit like VR has actually gone onto the mediums. The mediums last that long around here? Unless they're going for a two-stopper? So Stell has also gone onto the hards as well. Mediums, sorry. So now the only question is, when is Rossi going to take a dive into the pits? Is he going to do it this lap, or is he going to leave it a couple more, thinking that he's still got some more life in those tyres? And Baraka, who pitted ages ago onto the hards, looks like he is benefiting most after these safety cars, because he is sat second now. I'll see those tyres now warmed up, worn in a bit more. He's going to be able to go a little bit longer than the rest of them. So Rossi is diving into the pitch right now, losing out to Baraka, Stam, Big Bambino going through on 15 lap all tyres, Champ going through, Jimmy going through, Harm going through, Danger going through. Is he going to get out before BR? No is the answer to that. Is he going to get out before Stell? Oh no, Stell literally just snapped it away from him. But he nearly got the overcut done on Stell. That was so close. So literally these three now sat behind one another again. Are they going to be fighting out for first, second and third? Or has Baraka got enough on him to be able to go to the end of this race on the tyres he's got? Only time will tell. But this is going to be an interesting battle between these three, and Mitchell is also in on it now as well. His laps tyres a little bit older than these guys. It looks like the one that has lost out the most from all of this, unfortunately, is A9, because he was behind these three originally, and he's now a couple of... Rossi having a little look down the inside there, letting Lepas know that he's there, nice and big in his mirrors, trying to make him feel a little bit of pressure. So, still beginning to feel the pressure here from Rossi, maybe? Rossi literally edging in lap after lap, corner after corner. So still getting a penalty for track limits there. Thing is that is so easy around here. So Stell has literally used up all his ERS now, which is going to give Rossi a bit of an advantage here, because Rossi's still got over 40% of his left. So obviously he's just preserving it a little bit longer. Also saving his tyres a little more, because his is a lap younger than Stell's and 2 laps younger than BR's. So this could be entertaining, and they're all closing in ever so slowly on Danger. Danger's on the hard, so is Harm, Champ, and Big Bambino. Big Bambino is 17 laps old. He is going to be hemorrhaging time shortly. So Rossi conserving his ERS a little bit longer. So Rossi not using his ERS at all, just using his DRS. But Stell is all over the back of BR. Round. Ooh, so close. This is wheel to wheel racing. This is what we want to see between people. And this literally through turns 1, 2, 3. Not 4, but it was ever so close. But it's allowed Rossi to close in on both of these guys. This is now going to be a 3-way fight until the end of the race. Even 4-way, because Mitchell is right behind them. He is joined in on the fight now as well. But it is literally a DRS train now. And Rossi made a dive down the inside of Stell there. Has he got it done? No, he's had to back out because Stell was not giving that position up at all. This is what we come to watch. This is what we love seeing. People like these four just literally fighting it out tooth and nail. And Stell is closing in on BR, and he's got the inside line this time, and there's not going to be wheel to wheel through 3 corners. Stell wants that position, and he is going to try and pull away now. So Stell going to be happy now that he's got that job done. On to the next, time to hunt down Danger, who is literally less than a second and a half up the road now. and he is pulling the other three along with him. So this could be a five-way fight for 6th. And Denger's tyres are already 12 laps old. He is not going to be able to pull these for another 12 laps. 24 laps on the harm. I don't know, actually. So, Stell is now within touch distance of Denger's gearbox. DRS wide open. Is he going to get the launch down? No, he's not. He has a look, but there is no room for it. And ooh, was that a little bit of a nudge there? And during that time, sorry guys, I was talking to someone. My bad. During that time, Rossi has got past BR as well. So I'm sorry guys that we missed that one. And BR getting a 3-second penalty through track limits. So penalty wise, we have a number of them. AR, or A9 even, sorry, my apologies, who is down in 13th and last. Ooh, Stell getting down the inside of Danger there. Allowing Rossi to close right in on Danger's wing. Is Rossi going to take a dive down into this corner? Yes, he is, and he is not going to let Danger even take a sniff of getting it back. Next down for Danger, unfortunately, is BR, who was hunting him down just as much as these two were. These two are literally... Danger has lost it! Danger's gone! The one corner that will catch you out if you even blink, and there he goes after heating his tyres up way too much. So he is going to be literally spinning. So Rossi now getting a 3-second penalty as well. So yeah, Danger unfortunately not having a good time down there. After spinning a few times, his tyre is going to be really, really overheated, so he's going to have to be careful the next few corners. So Big Bino is into the pits, and we were going to go through the penalties, weren't we? So A9 is on 9 seconds, ironically. Hogster on 3 seconds, Big Bambino on 3, same with Mitch, BR, Rossi, Stell, also on 3. Harm and Champ both on 6 seconds, and then Stan on 3 as well. Big Bambino and Danger both in the pits. Denger's going to be coming in and replacing his tyres after that. Doesn't look like he needs a front wing or anything, which is good. So, first through the fourth have all got over a second between them, so none of them really have to worry about fighting or anything like that. However, Harm has got Stell crawling all over his gearbox, and a little bit of lock up there from Harm going into the left-hander. This is going to allow Rossi to close in, and quite potentially BR as well, because they've managed to build a gap between themselves and BR now. A little bit of sideways action there from Stell. Big Bambino getting another penalty. So Stell making the move and getting it done before the first corner, and he's going to shut the door on him as well. And it looks like Rossi is going to take a double dive. Nearly getting it done, but he got the job done on Harm, so he's managing to take 5th away from them. But this is going to be an interesting fight between these two. These two are not letting each other get away. Both around about the same ERS, so it's going to be interesting for the rest of the race for a little while. But yeah, Poland's Mitch has got the move done on BR, which we have missed after watching the interesting racing that Stell and Rossi are having. So Danger coming back out in 13th, unfortunately nearly 15 and a half seconds down on A9, but his tyres are much newer, so he might be able to close the gap a bit, but we will see what will happen over the next 9 laps. Stay tuned guys, because these next 9 laps are going to be extremely entertaining, especially considering they are rapidly catching Champ, and Stell jumps into the pits. He's probably going to hit 8 laps. I reckon he'll go on to softs. Can he make the softs last 8 laps though? Stell retired. Stell's gone. What's happened to Stell? So, after watching the great racing by Stell and Rossi, it looks like Stell's internet may have crapped out on him. I hope not, although now making a comeback for him will not be possible. So now it is Rossi that is going to be hunting down these guys. He is closing in lap after that. Yeah, pretty much. So he is going to be closing in on the top 3 ever so slightly. I mean, all 3 of them are on 18 lap old tyres as well. Danger just receiving the 3-second penalty for track limits. So yeah, let's go down to these guys. So we've got Mitch, VR and Harm, all within the 1 second of each other, so this could be interesting racing. Big Bambino with a further 3-second penalty. That's really unfortunate. It's so easy to do here. I mean, I was doing time trials the other day when I was off work, and I must have done about 40-50 laps on here, and I would probably say a third of those were struck off because of track limits. So, Polis in 5th, we got Baraka in 1st, Stan in 2nd, Champ in 3rd, Rossi in 4th, Mitch in 5th, BI here in 6th, Harm in 7th, 8th is Jim, 9th is Big Mambino, 10th is A9, Hogster is in 11th, and Danger is slowly catching in on Hogster on much younger tyres. But these guys at the front, I mean, Rossi's not really making much of a dent in the gap now. But his tyres are like 10 laps old. The gap's staying pretty consistent now. And he's not really pulling away from Mitchell either, so I'm wondering if he's just settling in now. Content with what is possible. I mean, he has just closed in dramatically on Champ there. I don't know whether Champ had a bit of an issue. Maybe a bit of a twitch. Yeah, Rossi has managed to close in by nearly a second now. Or is that just my imagination? Rossi really making up in some of these corners. But yeah, let's drop back down to watching BR, because BR is literally all over the gearbox of Mitch, and they've pulled away from Harm a little bit. Harm is literally dropping right out now. I think Harm may have had a bit of an issue somewhere, because he has literally lost out massively now behind BR. So, interesting. We've had 2, 4, 6, 7 DNFs, or 7 retirements at this race. It's almost, I think, about the same amount as it was last week. So yeah, interesting stuff. Which leaves the title still wide open, really. We are going to go around the outside for the inside of turn 2. Ooh, little bit of a roughy tufty there. Polish putting his elbows out saying, no, you cannot have this position. Polish making it as hard as he possibly can for him. Saying, if you want this position, you are literally going to have to do the best you can to get past me. Rossi, ooh, we are literally so close to touching that rear tyre of Mitchell's there. Maybe just taking a layer of rubber away with the front wing. But yeah, Jim in 7th is the only guy that doesn't have a single penalty. Not one. No track limits, no speeding in the pit lane, nothing. But we have 3 laps left, guys. Baraka is pulling away out in 1st, with Stan in 2nd on the mediums, all the same aged tyres as well. Looks like Dodge is coming to the pits, so it looks like he's going to be attempting to go for the fastest lap. So at the moment, this is the only only 2 cars, sorry. Oh man, that is going to be fighting for positional change, which is going to be interesting towards the end of the race, which we've only got a few laps left. Both on the same tyres, literally a lap age difference. So speed-wise, there's not going to be a huge difference, but obviously there is going to be some. Rossi's still making a close in on Champ here as well for 3rd. We've got to make up 2 seconds in under 2 laps. And in fact, no, he doesn't. He has to stay within 3 seconds of Champ, and he gets 3rd place. He will end up on the podium, because Champ has a 6-second penalty. Rossi only has a 3-second penalty. Polis is got also a 6-second penalty, and BR has a 3. So BR, regardless, is going to end up ahead of Mitchell, whether he overtakes him on track or not. Hoxton needs to get within 6 seconds, under 6 seconds of A9, thank you. I was trying to remember his name. Thank you. But I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon, unfortunately. But yeah, BR is literally around the outside before turn 1, got it done, signed, sealed, delivered, thank you very much. And he will take 5th. So he doesn't have to worry too much now about even finishing too far in front, because obviously BR has a 3-second penalty and POTUS has 6. So, and Harm has another 3-second penalty. And that has literally put him on 9 seconds as well. Rossi has closed in massively here on Champ. His Champ's tyres literally died off. As Champ's tyres literally hit what we call the cliff. Rossi thinking about it down into turn 1. Thought better of it, lived too far back. Oh, this is interesting. Regardless, Rossi gets 3rd place. But I think he'd rather do it on the track than have it done by penalties. Jim has received a 3-second penalty for the first time. So now everyone that is finishing has a penalty one way or another. Rossi using up the last of his ERS. Barack finishing. Sorry man, you crossed the line in first. Well done mate, congratulations. Great racing from you, dude. You were literally just pulling away from them as though there was nothing between them all. Stan coming across the line in 2nd. Rossi ending up in 3rd after penalties. Champ taking 4th. BR taking 5th. Mitch taking 6th. While skidding across the line and breaking his car at the same point. Coming home in 7th, we have Jim. Coming home in 8th, we have Harm. A little bit further back. Bambino just behind him in 9th. A9 crossing the line in 10th, taking the last points position. A little bit further behind, we have Hogster, who gets 10th after penalties. So, hard get a driver of the day. Interesting. But yes, congratulations to our boys who finished 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Barack finishing 1st, Sam finishing 2nd, and congratulations to Rossi for getting the final podium position. Great racing, guys. It was actually really entertaining today. Lots of drama went on, especially early in the race, which allowed a lot of pit strategies to change, which led to ultimately a walk in the park for Baraka. But yes, as you can see there, literally everyone who finished this evening ended up with a penalty, one way or another, pardon me. Fastest lap goes to Barack on a 1:16.2, that's quite impressive, man, well done. I could barely do that in TT. So yes, Baraka finishing 1st, Stan finishing 2nd, and Rossi 3rd. Congratulations, you guys, well done. Great racing, especially between Rossi, BR, and Stellalapis before he left. Denjo not having the greatest of races again, unfortunately, spinning a few times late on in the race, burning up his tyres. A9 also losing out with a spin, I think it was, late in the race. So yes. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for joining. Entertaining. Sorry it lasted a little bit longer than normal, but obviously we had a bit of technical difficulties at the beginning. But yes, it's been a pleasure. And I will see you guys. Sunday is my race. If you don't watch the stream, I will be streaming again on Tuesday for sprint race grid 1 at 8 PM on Sunday for rounds 3 and 4. Until then, have a great day, great evening, and great weekend. Take care, guys.